All right, guys, I was given this 41 Plymouth Coupe, and I'm going to go over some things that are wrong with it, and I'm also going to show you this other 41 Plymouth sedan that I got so that I could use some parts off of it. And I'm just going to go over what my plans are, and I want to get your opinion on doing something else with the sedan. So right now I'm going to show you guys the 41 Plymouth Coupe and everything that's wrong with it. All right, guys, this is the 41 Plymouth Coupe that was given to me, and it was covered in Bondo when the guy was trying to give it to me, and I didn't really want it because I thought it was rotted away. I started looking at it, which I have stuff in it right now. This is my barn for my cows and my chickens right now. But the floor was solid in it, and I would open the trunk, but there's chicken food and stuff in there. But trust me, the floor is solid, and it was completely wiped in Bondo. All this was gone. You couldn't even tell that it had body lines or trim lines, and there was some fiberglass all on the walls. You can actually see that clear spot over there. I reached up in there and grabbed it because I was like, this car, for the floor to be so good and the trunk floor to be so good, I was like, what is going on with this car? So I grabbed that piece of fiberglass and pulled it off, and it was new under it. And I was like, that's crazy that this car is solid floors and everything, but it's covered in Bondo and stuff. So I was like, well, I guess I can't lose nothing if I take it home and strip the Bondo off and find out what's underneath it. Well, I got it home and I started stripping the Bondo. It was a mess. It was like an inch thick in some places, like right there where it curves at the bottom of the door. That was solid. It was just smooth. So I started stripping it, and then it was terrible stuff everywhere. I had a big cup on a grinder and I was grinding it all off. Well, then I ended up getting a torch and heating it and scraping it. And that was the easiest way to get it off. As you can see, I haven't got all of it off. There's still some on the roof. The hood is still pretty thick. You can see how round and it just looks like it's molded out of Bondo. All the trim holes and stuff all in this are gone from Bondo. You can see stuff. So I end up getting it stripped down some, and I noticed that all this was beaten. I was going to beat all that out and try to fix it. Well, there's no rust in it. It's pretty good. So that is why I bought the next car that I'm going to show you, and I will end up using parts from it to fix this. So I'm going to show you guys the car that I got and my plans. Okay, guys, this is the 41 sedan that I got. I got this one so that I could get all the trim from this car to go on the coupe, and all the trim on this is really good. Besides the chrome is flaking. Well, not really flaking, it's pitted. I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to afford to get those re-chromed or done, but either way, they're here. It's all here. The coupe didn't have none of it. All this trim is really good on this car, and I looked on eBay, and just one of these little ribs is like $35–45 for those pieces, and that's if you can find all of them. So this one has every piece on it except for this piece. I believe that I can take a piece like this and cut it and make this piece to go in there. These won't work on it because the doors on the coupe are longer, and it's just a two-door, so it's longer. So I'm thinking I might be able to cut this and TIG it together and make a piece, or either use this piece right here. It might be long enough off the back onto the door and reshape it. Not 100% sure yet, but I'm going to try and use as much of the trim off of this one as I can. I don't have the window trim, none of that stuff. I don't have the wipers. The cowl vent don't work on the other one. This one has the side trim or side badges, and it has the badge on the back, but this one's pretty solid. It is kind of rusty. Mine don't have running boards, so I might take these running boards off and use them on mine, get them blasted, and see they were rubberized, coated. So I should be able to have those re-coated or do them myself to go on my car, or either I just clean them up, body work them, and paint them to match my car. So the inside, the door's still open and shut good. They're solid. That's just the weather stripping melted, but it's pretty solid. I haven't looked at the floors yet, which ain't really a big deal. I can make floor. As you can see in the coupe, this has been cut out and they got some aftermarket gauges cut in. I like this dash. I need all this trim around these. I'm thinking that I can take those inner door pieces. I'm not sure, I can't remember if the coupe's missing them or not, but I think I can take the front one and the rear one, because it's got the slanted back like the coupe, and cut that one and cut that one and put them two together and make one for my door. So I'm going to take this dash out, put it in the coupe. I'm going to take the transmission and all that out because the clutch is still working. I'm sure the motor runs in this, but I have a 392 Hemi to go in it. But I might just put this one back in the coupe for now until I get the 392 built. So this one, door's still shut good. The engine is still in it. I need to oil the hinges, but the engine's still in it, and I actually turned it. I turned the engine over. You can actually tell that it is not stuck. Let's see. I can't move it, but I done moved it. It's not stuck. I'm going to go get a battery and see if I can turn this thing over, and it will probably run. It don't look like it's been a long time since it has ran. I think the tag on it is 2014 maybe. Nope, 91. So it's been a while. But this car is really, really nice. So the front end on my coupe was bondoed over, and I was going to work all these fenders and stuff and make them work, and mine's solid, no rust, nothing rusted through. Well, this one's the same way, and the front end of this car looks a lot better than the other. So I think I'm going to take all this, the hood, the front end, and all off of this car, put it on the coupe, put the dash in it, out of this one into it, the steering wheel, all that stuff, the motor, drivetrain into the coupe, and then I was just going to take this car and either throw it away or I don't know. So I have the idea of taking this car, and instead of scrapping it, I was thinking about putting it on a four-wheel drive chassis. So the only thing that's wrong with it is the rear is wrecked. The trunk here has some dents in it. The rear fender has some dents, but I think I can probably straighten all that stuff out and get it to where it looks decent, or either cut it out and make my own, fab my own back end, and put this thing on like a four-wheel drive chassis if I can acquire one somewhere. So I just wanted to make this video and share with you guys and see what your thoughts are on putting this on a four-wheel drive chassis, kind of rat rod something. So anyways, that's my plan, and just wanted to see what y'all thought. Let me know in the comments.